but this is a mom tag, and I want to do it because I love tags. We used to do tags like way back when, and I don't see a lot of people with new tag videos, so I'm gonna do a tag video coming from the viewpoint of being a new mom, basically. So there's some questions, I'm gonna answer them, and then we're gonna go from there. So the first question is, how old were you when you had your first child? And so I was 30 when I had Malia. I had just turned 30 in December of last year, and she was born in May of 2022. What was the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I would say the hardest thing about being pregnant was the restrictions on certain things that I could eat. And I took them seriously, guys. I know some people are like, oh, like, I just ate what I wanted to eat, but I'm a stickler for following rules. So I didn't eat sub sandwiches unless they were like veggie subs. I didn't eat like certain fruit. Like, I didn't eat certain things that they told me not to eat. I did buckle down and eat a hot dog near the end of my pregnancy because I really wanted a hot dog really bad one day. But for the most part, it was the food restrictions, though. That was the hardest part for me. I was so ready to have Malia so I could eat me a sub, y'all. Question number 3, can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months of pregnancy? I would say the most wonderful thing that I enjoyed about being pregnant with Malia was the opportunity to actually start feeling her move. I remember I was around about 13-14 weeks when I started actually feeling like flutters, and I knew that they were from her. And then from that point forward, being able to feel her move in my belly was just a blessing to me. Question number 4, in your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? I would say that they're all accurate because those are how those women actually felt during their childbirth. So I will not say that they were not accurate. Like I told y'all prior to in my detailed delivery vlog, contractions are no joke, guys. I experienced true contractions and they were hard. They hurt. Like, I still remember that pain. When I was going through contractions, I literally thought in my head, how are women having multiple babies? Because this pain is unbearable. I mean, I had all types of pain. I had front labor, vaginal labor, back labor. I had all different types of labor, and it was not fun at all. But I would say it's accurate because it hurts. It's the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life, ever. So, yeah, it hurt. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. It hurt. Question number 5. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? No. It happened the exact way that it needed to happen. If y'all haven't watched, like I told y'all, my last the question I answered just prior to this question, go watch my detailed delivery vlog where I explained to y'all how my labor went. But at the last minute, within the last like hour and a half, I ended up getting what's it called when they, ooh Lord, y'all, I can't believe I'm actually asking y'all this, but I had the epidural. Yep, epidural. I got an epidural at the last like hour and a half of my birth, and it was what I needed when I needed it. I'm glad I experienced the contractions, but that epidural, amen, amen. Question number 6. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? My advice for someone who is about to have a baby is to make sure that you find a good OB, okay? Find a good OB. Find a good OB practice, because a lot of people do practices. Find a doula if that's what you so choose. Find a good birthing center if that's what you so choose. But find the best services that you can find for yourself, because they are going to advocate for you, and you're going to have to advocate for yourself as well. Take care of yourself. No signs and symptoms of preeclampsia, eclampsia. No signs and symptoms of high blood pressure. Make sure you're taking your health seriously. You know, that's what I would say for new moms. Like, if you're about to be pregnant, just make sure you do that. And enjoy the process, because it does go by fast. Like, I thought, like, in my first trimester, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a long journey. It's taking so long. Y'all, it went by so fast. So enjoy the ride, okay? While they're still in your belly. Don't be afraid to do stuff. There's a lot of myths out there on what you can and cannot do while pregnant. But just enjoy the ride, guys. And take care of yourself. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Number 7. What has been the hardest thing about being a mom? I would say the hardest thing about being a mom has been like the lack of sleep sometimes. And then also, I would say not knowing why your baby's crying sometimes, because there are times where your baby just cries, and you want to be a solution oriented person, and you might not have the solution. You might not have the reason why, and they can't tell you why sometimes. So you just have to do it, play by ear. So that's another thing that's kind of hard. And then I would say, like, your mental, like in your hormonal, emotional state, all those things wrapped up into one you gotta just make sure you're taking care of yourself, basically, because you can go off the deep end. But don't do it, sis. Don't go off the deep end. You got this. But have a good support system. Have people you can talk to, be honest with, be real with. Okay? That's what I would say. Number 8. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mom? The most rewarding thing for me so far, and this is not all encompassing, because there's going to be so much more that I'm going to enjoy and find rewarding, but the most rewarding thing that I've experienced so far is having my daughter recognize me. Like, when I walk into a room, like, she recognizes who I am. She knows who I am, and she'll be looking for me. Like, she'll be looking for me. And I just think that's so beautiful, because I carried this child for 9 months, and she now recognizes me as her mother, and that's so beautiful to me. So make me tear up. So yeah, that's been the most rewarding thing so far. Number 9. What was the most surprising thing you discovered about being a mom? Let's see. One of the most surprising things about being a mom is how much stuff, I would say, like, your ability to kind of just, I don't know, like, it's so much, guys. I'm still learning, but I guess right now the most surprising thing for me is like how much I can do on the small amount of sleep I get. Yeah, so I would say that's the most surprising thing. You're gonna learn how to be creative and do what you need to do with a little bit of sleep. Number 10. What is the best memory you have involving your child? My best memory or memories are when she's smiling at me and she wants to play and stuff like that. Those moments are so rewarding to me, because I think she has the most beautiful smile, and it just touches my heart. Number 11. What was the most exciting milestone? I've said this in another question or answered this, but when she actually started recognizing my face, she knows my scent, she knows my face now, and so genuinely. And then now she's like babbling, talking. So those two things are, you know, the most exciting milestones for me so far. Number 12, what is the worst thing your child has ever done? Y'all, the worst thing she's probably ever done is like scratch me with her nails or pull. She recently started pulling my hair. Like when she's holding on to me, she'll like see my little hair and she'll pull it, or her nails are sharp and she scratched me before. Literally, that's it. Nothing like, oh my god, it's bad. Like, no. Number 13, what habit did you wish your child didn't have? There's no habit that I didn't wish she didn't have. She's growing as a child, so to me personally, like, I'm not seeing anything right now. And she graduated from being like a newborn to an infant at 3 months, so she's now an infant, not considered an infant. And so pretty much, like, I don't have no habits right now like that. My battery's about to die, so let me 1 second. All right guys, I am back, so let this focus. Okay, so we're gonna finish answering these questions. Number 14, what habits of theirs makes you most proud? Just being who she is. If some of these questions are not relevant, I'm just not gonna answer them no more. But okay guys, number 17, what is something that having a child has taught you? Having a baby has taught me that I do have motherly instincts, and I knew I did, but having them come out and actually physically applying those is very, very beautiful to me. Number 18, did you imagine that you'd be a mom at the age that you became a mom? I would say no. I thought personally I was gonna become a mom at a earlier age, but I say everything happens for a reason when it's supposed to happen at the exact time that it's supposed to happen. So it wasn't meant for me to get pregnant earlier. Okay, it wasn't. I got pregnant at the exact time I needed to be. So, yep, 30 is fine with me. Describe your child in a single sentence. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's the way that she is. Amen. And this is the last question. Have you changed as a person since becoming a mom? Yes, you do change. And a part of being a mom is just another like relationship that you have with someone new. And so it's different because you're literally cultivating this person. You're helping cultivate this person into who God created them to be. And it's such a profound relationship. It's a dynamic of, it's not like any other dynamic of any other type of relationship, because when you think about it, and I break this stuff down because there's a lot to it, any other relationship, like, you don't have to cultivate that other person. It's the responsibility of that person to be cultivated themselves. You are just entering into that person's life at a specific point in time, and from that specific point in time to however long the relationship lasts, you're just in that person's life. You're doing life with that person. You're getting to know that person from where you met them and up until the point, you know, and each and every single one of us changes, but it's not my responsibility, or was not my responsibility, to change that other person. It was that person's responsibility to do the work for themselves. In a parent-child relationship, it is your responsibility as a parent to cultivate, shape, mold that child, train that child. And so it's unlike any other type of relationship that I've ever known. There's a deeper level of responsibility that comes with caring for a child. And you have to think about things differently. You have to do things differently. You have to shift your focus, change certain things, how you do stuff, and all this other type of stuff to cultivate them to be who they are called to be. And so it's a beautiful thing, but it's a lot of responsibility. And so I don't take being a parent lightly, because you know, when my parents were raising me, I didn't realize the responsibility that they had on their lives at the time. But now I do, because that weight is on me now. So pretty much it's just a whole new dynamic of a new relationship that I've never thought I would. Well, I knew I would experience one day, and I knew I wanted to experience it one day. But I'm just so thankful to be an opportunity and the time frame now to be able to do that for her. And so it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's beautiful, and I absolutely love it. Does it get hard some days? Yes. It gets hard, because it's no longer about you. It's about this child, you know. And being a wife and a mother is a lot, because you get stuck in this mindset where you are still trying to figure out yourself, but now your roles are so, you are nurturing to the max capacity that you could ever nurture. You're nurturing your husband, you're helping him get to be where he needs to be, you're nurturing and caring for your kids, helping them get to be where they need to be. And sometimes you lose focus of yourself. And in life, you're not supposed to be selfish, but at the same time, we each have a purpose. And so I'm still trying to figure out my purpose in life, and I don't want to overlook that. So I'm having to learn that, yes, I have all of these titles and things like that, but it does not mean that I have to lose myself in the process. And so I'm having to try to compartmentalize certain things. And some days it's blurred. I don't know. But going back to the question, very rewarding. I'm loving it. It's something new I've never experienced before, and I'm enjoying it. So yeah. Talk to y'all later.